Missladypetal here. Now I have this beautiful journal cover that my gorgeous friend Letha Richardson made for me for Christmas. Now I have bound in some 300 GSM watercolor paper and sewn it straight to the back of the cover. Now I intend to use this book as like a collage, do bits and pieces with, that kind of thing. Now it's kind of a smash down, throw it all together. Now I absolutely love the pristine nature of this cover. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to leave this on for the duration of the time that I'm working in this book, because me and paint create big messes, and I'm going to overlap it because I don't want there to be any bleed through. And I'm just going to be able to tear this off because it's just like masking when I get to the end. And then I don't have to worry about paint so much. And I will do it right to the end because knowing me, that'll be the one place I get paint on. So this book, for the duration of this series, isn't going to look crash hot until right at the end. You got to see the cover once, and then and then you pretty much won't see it again until I'm completely finished. And I'm going to do it to the other side as well. I'll be back when I finish that. Okay, so for these pages, they measure, for this whole project, let me just get my measuring stick out, and they measure 15 centimeters by about 15 by 21.5 centimeters. It was an odd size for a book, and I had to cut down an A3 paper pad to do this. But first of all, I'm just going to collage down some beautiful images that I've got that I really want to put behind my page. So I'm obviously not going to have space to do the whole lot, but I will definitely be using this. So from here on in, I'm going to speed it up and then I'll do some voiceover. So I've got some really pretty scrapbook paper that I got as a remnant in Happy Mail, and the book pages that I was ripping up were a book of quotes, and I got that at like a book fair, and it's got the most amazing quotes in it, and it's like as thick as a thick dictionary. I also got gifted some of this beautiful hand stamped tissue paper from my friend Bernice in the Netherlands, and I just really wanted to start using some of this stuff. I did some collage sheets recently, and yeah, I didn't use everything up, and I saved some for this particular book. And I really love the patterns on these, but I have such a small piece of it, and I'm not one to, you know, just use random bits of scrap paper. So this is a challenge for me, really. This particular book is an old botanical text, and my friend Heidi Richards in Maine in the US, she sent me over some of these beautiful botanical texts, and I thought I would dull down and just mesh some of these all together with gesso. And then I had a look at that and went, OMG. I wiped it all down with a baby wipe, and I've got to dry it up before I can do anything else with it. And as I'm drying it here, I'm thinking, what will I do on top of this? It's a simple background. I haven't really done too much yet. And then I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to draw a girl. And it's the first page of the book, and I thought, she's going to be like, she's going to say to me, everything's okay. Just take one day at a time. And you can see here I drew in some lines and everything, and then I mucked around with the nose. The nose was too high, and you know, it was just not working out for me, and in the end I got something I was happy with. And I ended up doing the eyes first and putting that shadow in. Yeah, I do my noses quite differently quite a lot, so. But I then decided that I was going to use my Neo colours. Now, instead of blending them with water over like a collaged kind of medium, when sometimes it can be a bit glossy, and I decided to activate them actually with my flesh tint paint. So this is a tint that I've created that I use for basic flesh, and then I've got some white there as well. So I've got the flesh, the crayons and the white paint, and they all activate each other, and I'm not doing it with water, which means that I have actually, you know, sealed in the Neo colours, but they're not sliding all over the top of the collage paper. And I wanted to have this girl pretty yellow because I've got some yellow flowers there, and I liked the idea of having her yellow. So yeah, it was really using ochres. I was using a colour called Australian Sienna, which is a transparent colour, and I love that. It is like a real kind of goldy ochre colour, and it blends incredibly well and is not opaque at all. It's very translucent. So I'm just adding in some white paint and some more graphite, and you know, this is a process of just layering in, and you alternate between your dark, your light, your dark, your light, your dark, your light, and you keep doing it until you've got this overarching colour. I always do the lips darker at the top and lighter at the bottom, because your bottom lip comes out a bit and it catches the light. So I'm now deciding that I'm going to put shadows in on the other side of the nose, and what that means is that the light is actually coming from the left of the face here, and you're creating a lightness in the middle of the face to give that concave look, because our faces are not flat. And I'm extending out that beautiful turquoisey green colour that's in the Neo colours. I only just got that today. It's called blue green, or greenish blue. Beautiful colour. And I'm extending it out to the eyelids slightly underneath, and I've put the shadow in down the nose in the same colour. And don't be afraid to use those kinds of bolder colours. As you can see here, it kind of evens out that yellowy skin tone, and that's the look that I was going for here. And then I'm using this Australian Sienna, and look how beautiful and transparent it is, again, for the hair, and it gives that kind of real gold look to the hair. Beautiful first layer, very transparent, such a rich colour. Absolutely, it's one of my favourite colours at the moment. Again, just adding more graphite and adding the shadows in, because it's all about finer details. So you can do small things and then you add in the finer details, and it's just, it makes it. When you put the tiny shadow in of the chin underneath the bottom lip, and when you add the little ball of the nose, and then you start adding in your highlights, that's kind of what you want to be able to do here. And of course she's still looking pretty flat in the eyes at the moment. I decided her hair would be going over the flower, but she would be standing behind the flower that I collaged onto that page. So her dress is behind her, but her hair's flowing over the top. I had trouble finding my black pens tonight. Of course my desk was messy, so I ended up finding them. And I'm just using a white Signo roller pen, gel pen, and this beautiful colour here, it's like a fuchsia colour. I'll do a link to my blog with the colours that I've used in this particular page, in case you're interested, and that'll be in the description below. And I'm sealing these with matte medium now, because this is like the final layer of her hair, and I just don't want it to move. and that's a trick for you. Now I'm using a blender stump to actually just blend in and smooth some of that graphite around. I used my finger to, you can have a look now that I've used my finger to shade that face in, and now I'm just adding some details in. And I don't go around the whole of the pupil and the iris, but I just do the top of the lid and just down the sides. And I wanted to add in just a little bit of detail. That little bit of detail on the neckline just makes it somehow. A little bit of highlights in the hair and where the light would be hitting the hair. And then I wanted to just continue that gorgeous colour theme and make it marry in with the background more and finish off that page. That's a really nice, beautiful light yellow. Like I said, I'll put all the colours of the Neo Colour crayons I've used. I think in this, Neo Colours are one of my favourite mediums at the moment. There'll probably be quite a lot in this journal. Absolutely gorgeous. Again, I'm sealing it with my leftover matte medium, and I've just got like a diamond stamp using a waterproof black ink, a Ranger pad, and then I had some music as well, and I just wanted to add just gentle background, not a lot, because I didn't want to take away from the collage. And now I'm just sealing the page. So my motto for this whole thing was take one day at a time. This whole journal doesn't have any overarching theme at all, except that I'm going to use it up and use up the supplies, and just, they're small pages, so I just decided that I was going to make this my title page, and it's just take every day as it comes. And I just decided that I would leave it as simple as that. I didn't need to announce it or make it any busier. One of the beauties of working on a smaller page. And she's finished. Isn't she gorgeous? Isn't that page gorgeous? I just love those colours. Really, really pretty. The reds, the pinks, the yellows. And she's got those beautiful green eyes, and I think that just breaks it up, and she's got lovely light and shade on her face. Thanks for watching. The links for all the products will be in the description below.